Konnichiwa. Hi. Today we are going to explore Meiji Jingu Shrine, one of the most important and sacred Shinto shrines in Japan, right in the middle of Tokyo. But first, to truly grasp this place, we have to talk about Shintoism and religion in general in Japan. Shinto is the native religion of Japan. It is part of what being Japanese is. Unlike other religions, Shinto has no founder or sacred scriptures. It came to be by the interaction of the Japanese people with nature, so it focuses on the harmony between humans and the kami, and grew out of local traditions. Kami is many times translated as gods, and might be perceived as that, but in truth, anything can be a kami, from a mountain or a river to a person. So a better word for it might be spirit or soul. Just to your left, you can see the rooftop of the Jinja Honcho. This is the headquarters of the Association of Shinto Shrines, essentially the administrative heart of Shintoism in Japan, overseeing about 80,000 shrines across the country. Every Shinto shrine has a torii gate. They are like portals between the realm of humans and the spiritual world. The kanji of the name literally mean bird perch. According to Japanese legend, the Sun Goddess Amaterasu hid in a cave, plunging the world into darkness. Gods placed birds on a perch to sing to lure her out. The perches became associated with the entrance to holy places, where divine birds could rest. The biggest wooden torii gate in Japan is the famous floating torii of Itsukushima Shrine on Miyajima Island. It stands as 16.6 meters and is a Ryobu-style gate, meaning it has 4 extra legs for stability in the water. However, the Ootorii here at Meiji Jingu holds its own record. It is the largest wooden torii of the Myojin style in the country, the classic 2-pillar design. Standing at 12 meters tall and 17 meters wide, each pillar measuring 1.2 meters in diameter. It was built from a 1,500-year-old Japanese cypress, hinoki, sourced from Taiwan. Its scale is meant to humble you as you enter or leave the shrine. We approach it through its south and main entrance, called Minami Shinmo. This gate is the most important of the 3 gates that open onto the main shrine complex. What's incredible is that just over 100 years ago, this entire area was barren land. This massive forest was actually man-made, created with over 100,000 trees planted to honor the kami of Emperor Meiji and his wife, Empress Shoken. In Japan, while the standard name for a Shinto shrine is Jinja, those with deep connections to the imperial family are given the more prestigious title of Jingu instead. As we walk these paths, there's a piece of etiquette not known to most people. You should always walk on the sides of the path. The middle ground is traditionally left open for the kami to pass through. It's a small gesture, but it's all about maintaining that harmony and respect. Just as we arrive at the south gate, we are presented with a water fountain called the Temizuya. This is for the ritual purification, or harae, before entering the presence of the kami. Finally, while you enter or leave through the gate, remember to give a small bow and step over the threshold as a mark of respect for the boundary you are crossing. You are entering the kami's home. As we step inside, we are immediately drawn to the two grand camphor trees on the left. They are known as the Meiotokusu, or coupled husband and wife trees. They are tied together by a sacred shimenawa rope. They symbolize the lasting bond between Emperor Meiji and his wife. And they have become a powerful symbol for successful marriages and family harmony. No wonder the shrine happens to be a very popular venue for Shinto weddings throughout the year. It's interesting to note that the Shinto wedding ceremony, as it's known today, was actually popularized by Emperor Meiji himself. Before his marriage, wedding rituals in Japan weren't standardized in this way. By holding his ceremony at the shrine, he set a precedent that turned the Shinto wedding into a lasting national tradition. Next, to the right, we have the sacred tree, which serves as a direct messenger to the kami. Beneath it, you'll find hundreds of ema, small wooden tablets where people write their deepest wishes, gratitudes, or prayers. Once hung here, these messages are left to the care of the kami. Unlike most shrines, Meiji Jingu is pure Shinto, with no Buddhist influence. We've seen how popular it is for weddings, and the shrine stays busy every day. You'll see many tourists visiting, families blessing their newborns, and young ladies celebrating their coming of age in beautiful kimono. You'll also see the Miko, Shinto priestesses, always busy, who keep the shrine running. This place honors Emperor Meiji, who was seen as a living descendant of the Sun Goddess Amaterasu. Emperor Meiji was the ultimate symbol of change and the catalyst for a new Japan. You can see the change brought by the Meiji era in anime and movies, some of my favorites being Rurouni Kenshin and The Last Samurai. Emperor Meiji ended the samurai class after civil war against the shogun and embraced Western modernity to protect Japan's sovereignty. He established Shinto as the state religion, which unfortunately led to the destruction of many Buddhist temples at the time. His military victories in the Sino-Japanese and Russo-Japanese wars marked the beginning of an expansionist era that made Japan a feared and often hated neighbor in the region. This era of imperial divinity eventually came to an end 2 generations later. The imperial family only renounced their status as living gods after the surrender of World War II, following the devastation of the atomic bombs. Even this beautiful, peaceful forest was not spared, having been the target of multiple air raids during the war. The world is shaped by these contradictions. It is the legacy of a man who was a visionary architect for a modern nation, yet a source of deep conflict for its neighbors. It reminds us that history is often written by those who are both extraordinary and deeply flawed, even if they are once seen as gods among their people, because in the end, we are all just human after all. Despite this heavy note, I want to end on a positive one. I have my own deep connection to this place. It was right here, in the surrounding forests of the shrine, that I made my Kokuhaku, the confession of my love to the one who would become my wife. This is where our relationship truly began. Beneath these ancient branches, my family story took root in this forest. A quiet sanctuary where I found my own love and enlightenment. Until we meet again, Matane.